Hey you guys, it's Britt. Today we're going to hop in the time machine and go back to the Colleen Ballinger Addressing Everything video. This was posted May 12th of 2020, shortly after Adam McIntyre came forth sharing his initial interactions with Colleen. And I think that this is important considering where we are current day. I have never reacted to this video. I've mentioned it in passing, but I'd like for you guys to kind of realize how she talks about things when she's called out. And it's a lot of the same things that we're seeing current day. So anybody who wants to say, oh, well, she apologizes when she's wrong, she's taken accountability, you don't know what you're talking about. We're going to go back to the first time that she, quote, took accountability and see just how much discounting is done in this 13-minute video. But I want to bring to your attention before we get into it, this video had 228,000 likes to 20,000 dislikes. And if you fast forward to this summer, that is such a night and day difference to the way that people responded to her current day. And I think that it's unfortunate that things had to get that dark and that serious and required that many receipts and anger and upset for the internet to, most of the internet, to be on the same page with the fact that Colleen Ballinger is wrong. She was wrong back in 2020. She's wrong now. And unfortunately, it just took a lot for a large group of people to be on the same page. But nevertheless, if you're interested, please keep watching. Alright you guys, so this video has 4 million views. It was posted, like I said, May 12th, 2020, and there are a lot of comments from the last, few months of people saying, I'm here since the ukulele came out. I love how you guys buy these YouTuber apologies. So obviously, I think we all agree on that. So let's just start at the top and hear what she had to say back in May of 2020.
I want to talk about is something that is weighing the heaviest on my heart right now. A video has resurfaced of my sister and I from 14 years ago. We were teenagers, and in this video we are doing characters that are Latina, and the characters are completely based on racial stereotypes. It is not funny, and it is completely hurtful. I am so ashamed and embarrassed that I ever thought this was okay. I was a sheltered teenager who was stupid and ignorant and clearly extremely culturally insensitive. Racial stereotypes are not funny. They are not a joke, and they should never be joked about. A few years later, we realized how stupid and hurtful the video was, and we deleted it. Not out of fear of getting caught, but out of fear that someone would find it and it would hurt them because it's wrong. I have grown and learned so much from my ignorant mistakes as a teenager, and I've done everything I can to right my wrongs. Now, this video was brought to light right after I had posted a video on my vlog channel last week with my friend Todrick talking about racism and how it is still very much a problem in our world.
That video was up for quite a while. It was something that was talked about once Colleen became well known.
I have like the natural hair coming through. You're like looking at your own image and it's like funny.
Yes, I'm looking at myself because I think I look pretty today.
Man, I am so good. Look at how even my eyebrows are today.
Your eyebrows look really good. Did you? I ran out of eyeliner today, so I had to use a Sharpie.
Oh, you had to use a Sharpie?
Sometimes you need to use eyeliner, not lip liner, because it
oh,
was
the lip liner attracts the men to the lips, and that's all I want to kiss. And then also sometimes if you leave hair in your eyebrow and don't pluck it all, it makes your eyebrows look more natural when you pencil them in.
Yes,
with
it's true. It's a little trick we learned, because most girls just shave it all off.
No, that's
and
stupid.
then they just pencil it on, but it's like
No.
if you leave a little bit of hair, then it looks more natural. Well, anyways, I am aspiring to be a hairdresser, and she wants to be a rapper.
Oh,
She wants to be the first really famous female rapper, so it's like her
there
dream.
hasn't been one. There hasn't been no girl
No.
rapper, so I'm here for
And
them.
also you are hot and you are new and fresh. How about you spin a beat for them right now? You can I'll sing for them because
Okay.
So this is something that a lot of YouTubers and influencers will do. They will go through their old social media posts to clean it up, to lessen the possibility that they might be exposed for being disgusting and just all the things that we see influencers being exposed for. You start to get your name out there and get millions of views on your videos. Yeah, you're going to clean up your prior posts. But what I thought was interesting is her and Rachel doing these stereotypes that was the thing that was weighing heaviest on her heart. That was according to her own words, that was the worst thing. And that's why it was weighing heaviest on her heart. And I just find that to be very interesting, because I don't know how you kind of categorize being a terrible person, but I would say if I was going to score it, being sexually inappropriate with a child fan would be the first thing that I would be addressing and taking full accountability for, if I had to rank them. Just saying, it's just my opinion, because everything is wrong. But if you're going to put them on a scale, I would say that literally being that inappropriate with your child fans would have been the first thing that I would have wanted to address.
Ignorant mistakes as a teenager, and I've done everything I can to right my wrongs. Now, this video was brought to light right after I had posted a video on my vlog channel last week with my friend Todrick talking about racism and how it is still very much a problem in our world today and how we need to fight against it. People were saying, how dare I talk about racism when I said these things 14 years ago? And to you, I say, that is the exact reason why I should be talking about racism and why I should be standing up against it, because I was one of the dumb ones who said that stupid thing and grew from it and learned from it and realized how hurtful it could be. And now I want to right my wrongs and make a difference so that other people don't make the same mistakes that I made when I was a kid.
Okay, so you're not doing that anymore, but let's talk about the fact that up until just a few months ago, she was still making millions of dollars off of her ableist character, Miranda Sings. Her character Miranda that was grossly inappropriate, completely not funny, putting their content out to literal children while literally, like, there is a reason why people say that Miranda is ableist. The content is out there, it speaks for itself, and I find it to be absolutely disgusting. So if we're gonna focus on everything as far as content that you've made that is wrong, then why did Miranda continue on for another, 3 years after this? And you only stopped because of the situation over the summer of being exposed and everything blowing up and her coming out with the ukulele thing. Miranda would have continued making content all summer, and I'm waiting for the Miranda character to come back to YouTube, because do you think that Colleen Ballinger is going to hang up that character right now? Absolutely not.
Another video popped up recently that I want to address, and it's a video that I filmed 12 years ago where I talk about taking a flight and an overweight woman sat next to me and I talk really negatively about her, and it's awful. And I watched this clip and I was appalled and shocked that those things were coming out of my mouth 12 years ago, because that is not the woman who I am today. I'm such a huge advocate for women and women's bodies and loving every shape and every size, and the fact that I talked negatively about someone who was overweight is absolutely disgusting to me. Something else I want to talk about that has been brought up is that when I was 3 years old, I was bit by a dog. I needed to go to the hospital, and when my mom told the doctor that a dog had bit me.
I'm sorry to hit on the comments that she made about that overweight woman on her flight. You know, Colleen was 21 at that point. And yeah, I know that 21 is still young and you can have the, oh, well, she was sheltered, she wasn't, whatever. I find that to kind of be a BS excuse, to be honest, because from literally kindergarten, I knew that you don't make fun of somebody for being heavier or less heavy. You just don't do that. And I was pretty sheltered as a kid, and I knew not to do that. So I don't really understand the constant excuse of, oh, well, this was so many years ago. This is something that she's still doing current day. Oh, that was so long ago. It was so many years ago. It was ages ago. It was a decade ago. And she'll kind of put this distance, this like block of time between her now and her back then, and that's the way that she can manipulate her audience into hearing, oh, well, it was a decade ago. Yeah, but a decade ago she was still 21, 22, 23, and making some very, very alarming comments towards people that were extremely hurtful. And I don't think that as a 21-year-old you need to be told that body shaming somebody for being overweight is bad.
Last night, the text messages were shown, and it's very clearly from Colleen to a fan, has over 500,000 views on Twitter, that I'm not embarrassed by. I'm embarrassed for her. I try to take myself out of these equations when I'm feeling triggered, and if I were to look at it as it happening to someone else, I wouldn't be humiliated for the person in the photos. I'd be humiliated for the person who sent them. Although it can be humiliating for the person in the photos as well.
Now, Colleen didn't just send photos of Trisha nude to these people. They would literally have watch parties for when she released new content. And Trisha stayed silent until these text messages came out. Obviously, I've blurred out these photos because they're just not, it shouldn't be shown around anyways, just in case a person under 18 sees my page. Also, I think it's illegal to take someone's photos that are behind a paid wall and post them. But if you read this one over here, Johnny writes, "Congrats to you and Eric, your parents." Colleen responds with, "Oh my God, you look amazing. Just saw the new photo." Insert photo of Trisha. Now, in response to that text, Trisha states, "These weren't a long time ago. This was someone well into their 30s who just gave birth, sending nudes. And a month prior, I was at her house meeting her newborn, doing a mukbang with her." Insert mukbang. And if you saw this mukbang, Colleen was talking about her intense birthing story, and Trisha was really listening. All the comments are actually very positive about Trisha on this video. And those comments are from 2 years ago. This is not just people commenting on it now that all these allegations have come out. You had someone who just treated you really nicely, did this video. I believe she bought the baby Gucci outfit. I don't know, something very expensive. I remember that. And you go on and send nude photos of her to your fans, making fun of the way she looks.
The doctor said that legally the dog needed to be put down. Now, the clip of me that is circulating from 7 years ago is me talking about this situation in a very insensitive way. When in reality, when our dog was put down, I was really upset. And over the years, I have addressed this a few times in videos talking about how guilty I feel, how upset I am that this happened. Still to this day, as a 33-year-old woman, I feel guilty that our dog had to be put down for biting me. But in this clip, I talk about the story in a very dramatic, silly way, because sometimes, unfortunately, I use humor to talk about things that are actually extremely painful for me. And this is an example of that. To anyone and everyone,
I used to actually rip things up or get angry. So I grabbed my dog for no reason, just grabbed the dog and pinched its skin and dug my nails into it. The dog yelps, turns around to protect itself and bites me in the face. And I got stitches, I went to the hospital, and they were like, "What happened?" And I was like, "The dog just bit me." And then they had to put the dog to sleep because the dog was dangerous to be around. So I murdered a dog.
I've heard this excuse from so many people saying that they will talk about really sensitive things and put a comedic spin on it, or they'll get snarky about it because that's just their way of coping. I think this is a complete cop-out. I think it's the same way that she uses Miranda as a cop-out. She uses her own quote comedy as a cop-out, as a way to say, oh well, that's just the way that I deal with things. That's not the real Colleen. That's just my snarky side trying to story tell to an audience. I'm not going to buy that from somebody who is trying to, again, distance themselves from the accountability that they should be taking. And I think that it's completely ridiculous that anybody would have bought this. I remember watching this video when it came out and just feeling completely if I was able to be gaslit, I would have, watched this video and been like, oh, well, she's not that person. That was so many years ago. And I think that she knows that a lot of her young fans are able to be manipulated and gaslit. And that's why so many people continue to be on her side, even though this video should have spoken loud for everybody to listen to her.
Was hurt or offended by the statements I made when I was younger. I am so sorry. I hope you all can see that the person who I am today is so far from that ignorant person I was over a decade ago. And to those of you who might say, well, I knew better when I was that age, or 14 years ago, I knew right from wrong, I'm so glad that you did, because that means that there's one less person making those.
See how she just did that again? Over a decade ago, creating this big block of time to make people think, oh, well, that was so long ago. There's no way she could be the same person. But during this period of time, Colleen was doing her own awful things involved in group chats and sending inappropriate messages and being, you know, continued to be inappropriate through her character Miranda. Just a bunch of excuses.
Stupid mistakes that I made. I should have known better, and I didn't, and I'm extremely embarrassed by that. I'm really hopeful that I can be used as proof that people can change and grow and learn from their mistakes. If you continue to speak up when you see someone doing something or saying something wrong, it can make a difference. As I grew up, I learned that those words were hurtful and I stopped using them. But there are still people in our world currently who are saying racist, homophobic, sexist, body-shaming things that need to stop. They need to be called out because they can change. I'm living proof of it. And my ignorant words from my past just make me that much.
Okay, just like you were body shaming Trisha Paytas and making fun of the way that she looked and making fun of her being overweight, making fun of her body and the way that her body looked, you know, literally sending nudes to your child fans and bullying Trisha and other fans alongside her.
More passionate to help the people that my words might have hurt. These things are being brought to light because some people are upset with me for not addressing something that happened a few weeks ago. Someone had made a video saying some shocking and hurtful things about me, and a lot of you wanted me to address it, and I didn't. I didn't address it not because I was just ignoring it and hoping it would go away, but because when this person messaged me letting me know they were upset, I responded immediately. I was very shocked and confused. I expressed I didn't know what they were talking about, and I also expressed frustration that they were trying to bring my son's name into their drama. Then I received a message from this person's mother asking me to not speak his name. So I was trying to respect the mother's wishes and the parents' wishes of this 17-year-old. But it has gotten to a point where there are so many rumors and lies and speculations going around, I feel like I need to address it. I do have receipts proving the things that I'm about to tell you. However, I feel uncomfortable sharing them because he is a minor. So I'm only going to be showing you the things that were between adults or things that were already public. The biggest issue that came from his video.
So she really tries to, you know, paint this picture of her being, you know, protective and understanding and not wanting to say Adam's name and wanting to, you know, respect his mother's wishes, all while working behind the scenes to literally take this child down, being so threatened by anybody listening to his side of the story. So this narrative of her being this like protective, oh, I care, is a load of shit.
Is that I sent a child underwear, and wow, anyone who heard this out of context and was offended, I completely understand because I would be too. But in this situation, context is everything. So I would like to give you some context to this situation. 4 years ago, I did a live stream, and in this live stream, I did a giveaway. I was giving away clothes that were unused, tagged still on, brand new, that I had just bought that I did not want. One of the items that was in this box was a really ugly pair of underwear. As soon as we pulled them out, Corey and I started laughing and joking around about how ugly they were. Why did I buy these ridiculous underwear? It was so stupid.
I just got a big old box from Forever 21 and I want to open it up in front of you guys. Maybe I'll send the ones I don't want to you guys. I got a bunch of crop tops. The panties from you.
And people started asking for them in the live stream.
Everyone wants that bra.
You want the bra?
Everyone wants the bra.
At the end of the live stream, I was done giving away clothes, and then this boy who made this video about me recently, he asked for the underwear.
Yay, we picked people. I think that's enough.
Did that boy win these or not?
I don't know. He has to tell me what he wants.
What did he say? Is he being mean?
He said, hi, you have ugly clothes, but I want those ratchet panties and bras signed by Corey because he modeled them well.
Yeah!
It was so ridiculous and funny. We laughed about it, and I forgot to send them to him. And eventually he tweeted me asking me for them again. I sent them to him.
So as far as this, you know, really putting all the blame on, oh, well, Adam asked, Adam requested, Adam wanted. This is what I have said from the jump. You as an adult are in control of this situation. You could have chosen to say, you know what, this is actually really weird, so I'm not going to do this because I'm not going to be known as the YouTuber who sent their underage fan lingerie on the internet, because that is not the legacy that I want to leave behind. And I'm not a creep, and all of my bad decisions were made over a decade ago. But instead, she chose to do what she did and then get upset when Adam McIntyre, you know, recognized how weird that was. His mother recognized how weird that was. And then she wanted to act like she was threatened when he came on his platform to share his experience having dealt with the weirdo Colleen Ballinger.
put them on over his clothes and posted about them. It was like a big joke within the fandom. I did this publicly. That live stream is still up right now. And I've always given out weird random things in live streams. I've given out a taco costume. I've given out old bobby pins, dirty shoes. A few weeks ago, I sent a fan like a single piece of toilet paper. I've always given away weird stuff. And so in my mind at the time, this was no different than all the other weird stuff I send to my fans as a joke. Now, in hindsight, I see how completely stupid of me. I should have never sent that. I don't know what part of my brain was missing at the time that I thought, oh, this is a normal, silly thing to do. I should have realized and recognized how dumb that was and never sent.
There's nothing silly about that. And she and Corey both have a long history online of being inappropriate with, as she calls it, the fandom. We have talked before about the weird voice memo that Corey had sent to these people in this Corey's group chat, which is, you know, we've talked about that name before. Like, you literally have kids in a group chat called Corey's.
Hey everyone, it's Corey. I just wanted to record a voice memo because I have like a lot to say. But first of all, I just want to say that like I love all of you. Like, you all honestly mean so much to me.
Oh my god.
You have no idea. I know that it sounds weird because I'm a full-grown adult and some of you are younger.
Oh my god.
And blah blah blah.
Oh my god.
Like, I honestly think of all of you, like, as my best friends. Like, I don't have friends.
Oh,
and
God.
I'm a loner and I'm a loser. Like, my only friend is Colleen.
Oh, my God.
And, like, it's so comforting to, like, go online and talk to you guys and feel, like, loved and cared about, because I love and care about all of you. And I trust you, and, like, with all my friends, I vent to you, and when I'm angry, and I feel better, and I feel comforted by you all, and I hope that I can do the same for you. But, like, this whole thing with Krista has just escalated into something really bad.
Oh my god.
But also, I want to bring your attention to this that Adam McIntyre also shared. Corey sent a photo of himself in the bathtub where you could literally see his private area, and then he deleted it. Like, why are you sending images like this to people in any group chat, fan chat, email, text, DM? I don't care what it is. The history and the amount of inappropriateness that happened within the Colleen fandom is so far and wide. That's why there's so many videos about this woman. It just is nonstop. Colleen is not the friendly person that she portrays. She is somebody who started a hate campaign against her ex-husband. She didn't once step up and say, enough is enough, this has to stop, and even though this is my ex-husband, I want him to be able to exist on the same platform that I exist on. Please stop. But instead, she was in DMs controlling things and sending minions after Joshua David Evans. You know, I can't stand this two-faced BS. This prim and proper, oh, I'm such a good person here on my channel, but then you're participating in the worst of the worst in DMs with children. I understand things might get shady in DMs, like, you know, you're talking or whatever, but again, we go back to square one. Children. As soon as children enter the conversation, it needs to stop immediately.
To him, no matter how much he asked. But it was never a sneaky, creepy, gross thing that I was doing in secret. It was a silly, stupid mistake that now is being blown way out of proportion. He also mentioned in his video that his mom was uncomfortable with me, which was surprising and shocking for me to hear, because I was always under the impression, due to the things he told me and the things that I saw on the internet, that she not only was—
She can say that this was not creepy and gross, but it was creepy and gross. And I think that most of us that are, you know, not part of her weird fandom or easy to be manipulated by her can look at this and have looked at it for a very long time and realize that no matter what the context, an adult sending a child undergarments is weird. Period.
for me to hear, because if I had known that, I would have stopped all interactions with him if I ever knew his parents were uncomfortable. And I care about him so much, just like I care about all my fans that I've interacted with over the years, and I wish him nothing but success and happiness and love. I don't know what he's going through right now, but I don't want him to hurt anymore. He made it very clear in his video that he wants to move on from this and be separated from this whole situation, so let him have that, and let me have the same. It absolutely breaks my heart to see people saying negative things about me interacting with my fans based on this situation. I love talking to my fans. I love interacting with my fans. My fans are many different ages, so yes, there are some teenagers, but there's also adults. I love supporting them, supporting their passions, learning about them in the same way that you like to do that for me. To me, you aren't just my fans, you're my friends. We all have seen me cry way too many times on this channel about things I probably should have kept to myself. I definitely overshare, and I have definitely overshared with fans when they have asked me what's wrong, or asked me how I'm feeling, or try to console me when I'm feeling down. I definitely have overshared in the past with them and talked with them a little too much when I should have kept things to myself or talked to family or close friends instead. There are plenty of other stupid mistakes I've made in my past that I've learned from and grown from. There are plenty of other jokes I've made in my career that seemed appropriate at the time, but now I realize were never appropriate to begin with. I've learned from these things, and I will continue to learn from them and grow from them to become the best me that I can possibly be. I've lived my life on the internet for you guys all to watch for over 12 years. I love my job, but one of the difficult parts of my job is that I'm very much put underneath a microscope, and any and all mistakes I ever make are definitely shown and blasted to thousands and sometimes millions of people all over the world. That's not an easy thing to deal with. However, I'm really grateful for that. Over the past 12 years, you guys have been really wonderful, helping me learn and grow to be a better person. You've given me helpful critiques, educated me when I was ignorant, told me how to say things more appropriately, and I can't even tell you how grateful I am for that. Because of you, I have become a better person. The person I am today as a 33-year-old mother is not the person I was when I started YouTube so many years ago. But over the last month, I've received a lot of criticism that isn't the type of constructive criticism I've received over the last decade. It is more just hateful and cruel, and the things that are being said about me are absolutely horrendous. No, I should have never sent a fan underwear. How stupid am I? No, I definitely should have never given him access to my Twitter account. And no, I shouldn't have talked to him as often as I did. But I am not a monster. I'm not a groomer, and I shouldn't kill myself. Be careful with the words you choose to use, because I have learned time and time again that words definitely matter, and your words can hurt people, and they can affect people in a very negative way. And I just hope that that's a lesson we can all learn in this situation. I never meant to cause anyone who feels affected by this any pain. We're in the middle of a global pandemic, and it is scary. And I just want to say I am so sorry if this situation made any of you feel more stressed or uncomfortable or sad than you already do because of all the horrible things that are currently going on in our world. I love you guys. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch.
But I wanted to share this video because it really, you know, honestly, Colleen went on to continue to build so many inappropriate relationships with minors. She used Adam McIntyre as her, you know, grief counselor while going through her divorce. She used her army of fans to make Joshua David Evans' life a living hell. And she still, you know, wants to deny, oh, I'm not a groomer, I'm just a loser. No, Colleen, losers don't send nudes to underage fans. Losers don't sit there and trauma dump on children instead of seeking therapy. Losers don't ask Adam McIntyre about his favorite sex position. That's not what losers do. You're simply a creep. And this video, no accountability, little to no accountability. And then we fast forward to the ukulele video that was like 1,000,000% negative accountability. And again, she has come back to her vlog channel and people are welcoming her back. How many times does somebody have to show you who they are before you believe them? It's wild to me. But either way, I'm going to insert some other videos of the things that she's referring to, just as, you know, if you guys haven't seen them, just so you have an idea of why she was talking about these specific videos. They are disgusting and upsetting, and I have seen who Colleen Ballinger is for over 3 years now. And I've received so much backlash and hate for talking about her, but I usually have pretty good instincts about people, and I could tell that she was not a good egg. And that's why I chose to continue to talk about her. But nevertheless, I think that's enough for today. So for now, if you like the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.